Okay, Dennis. I'm just going to ask you about 20 questions. Some are yes, some are no.
Okay.
And there's some kind of a repeat of what we talked about. Could you state your name and how are you connected to the site?
My name's Dennis Thomas, and I'm the Vice Chairman here on the site. And I take people around as a guide.
Okay. Are you from this area?
Yes, I am. I was born about 12 mile away. Yeah.
And where is that?
A place called Holywell.
Holywell, okay.
Yeah.
And you said earlier that you have a military history. Could you explain it?
Yeah, I was 30 years in the Royal Air Force with the RAF regiment, and then I did 14 years with the Saudi Army after that.
As a, let's say, a consultant, yes?
Yeah, well, as a maintenance engineer, actually. Yeah.
Okay. So what did you train in? What did you train in the army?
Oh, I was trained as a electrical engineer.
Okay. And you said you did service abroad in Saudi Arabia. Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, I went out first of all with a company called Rhydymwyn. They did all the Saudi Army's maintenance, and then after about a year the Saudi Army took over from Rhydymwyn to do all their own maintenance. So I was employed then by the Army.
And how did you come to go to Porton Down? What was the...
that came up, I was stationed at RAF SEAL, and they came up on orders that they wanted volunteers to go on physiological experiments, and they would pay us an extra £1 a week, which sounded very good to me, so I volunteered and off I went.
And what was it like there? You were there a week, were you?
I was there for a week.
And can you
The
explain?
first day it was quite pleasant. Went down to Salisbury in the evening and all that. But after that it was pretty miserable. On the Sunday we were put in the gas chamber for about 1 minute and 45 seconds, I think it was. Collapsed. They put us on the grass outside. Chest was tight, couldn't see anything. Then they put us to bed for 2 days. And I remember in that 2 days, nobody came to see us at all. Then on the 3rd day, they took us out and took us to a laboratory. By that time, the sight had recovered somewhat, but still had spots in front of the eyes. And we were asked to judge different distances. And of course, because our eyesight had been affected, the judgment of distances was way out. That then for the next 2 days, until our sight had cleared and the judgment of distance was all right. At the end of the week, on the Friday, we were discharged. And I had a terrible journey home because my chest was still tight, I could hardly breathe. And to travel on the train from Wiltshire back up to North Wales was pretty miserable. Yeah.
And afterwards, you said in the weeks and months afterwards, did your health improve then? Or how?
Oh yeah, the chest cleared in it took about a week, I think, for my chest to clear. Then I wasn't affected at all until about 10-15 years ago, and I started getting pains in my teeth. The dentist refused, I had terrible pain, and the dentist refused to take the tooth out. He said there was nothing wrong with it. I had x-rays at the Mila Hospital, they couldn't find anything wrong either. And eventually the dentist had to take the tooth out. And that happened to all my teeth, one after the other. Terrible pain, no sign of anything wrong, but the dentist had to take the tooth out. Finally, I had all my teeth taken out. Now whether that was affected by the nerve gas way back, I have no idea. And no one could say for sure whether it was or it wasn't. But I can think of no other reason why the nerves in my teeth would act like that, you know.
You said there was nerve gas.
Yes.
What type of nerve gas did you find out subsequently?
Sarin it was called, S-A-R-I-N, Sarin Gas.
Because of your teeth falling out, did you have any comeback then?
No.
Was your health? How else was your health affected by it? Was it?
No way, not at all over the years, not at all, that I know of.
Yeah.
no.
And your children, were they all okay?
Oh, they were fine, yeah.
They were fine, no
No.
problems with their health?
No, none at all.
Okay. In the long term, looking back, what do you think about volunteer for the testing? What did you think about it? Would you have done it?
If I'd known, I wouldn't have done it. No. I had no idea what was going to happen. No idea at all.
I spoke to you earlier. I worked in the Maze prison in Northern Ireland, and when I worked there taking photographs as it was being demolished, I got friendly with a lot of the security guards who were, say, some of them were ex-British Army, ex-RUC members that take an early retirement, and they'd taken a security job then to top up their pension. They felt, at the end of the whole process, of the peace process in Northern Ireland, they felt that they'd been betrayed by the government. Do you feel a sense of betrayment by the government because of they're testing you, using you as a guinea pig?
I do, to some extent, yeah. I think they should have been more open about what was going to happen, what they were doing, but they weren't.
I spoke to you about one of the ex-women who worked here during the war, an Eileen Doxford, who's living up in Warrington.
Yeah.
And her father was gassed during the war, during the First World War, as I said. Is there a certain type of sense of irony that you had been experimented on, and here you are working as a guide here?
It doesn't affect me. I don't even think about that, not really. I suppose it is in a way, but I don't think about it,
Do you feel you kind of come on a circle in ways?
It is in a way, yeah.
Okay. What do you think about this place as it is now? Is it good, bad? What do you feel?
Well, it's bad, I think. I think more should be done to preserve the buildings here. I think it's a historical site, more than a wildlife site, I think. And I don't think they do enough to preserve the buildings here.
What do you feel when you come here? Do you feel anything when you come here? Do you enjoy coming here?
Oh, I enjoy coming here, yeah. Yeah, I do.
Is there a sense of peace, calmness?
Yes, there certainly is. Yeah.
I mean, not from the wildlife. That's another story. And how long have you been working here, Dennis?
I've been coming here now for about 10 years.
10 years, okay.
Yeah.
And why did you come in the first place? Can you recall your first visit here? Or what brought you here? Or
I can't really. I came with a friend of mine, and Sando, a man who works for DEFRA, he took us around. Then I met Colin, and he sort of recruited me as a guide, and that's how it's gone.
In your time here, how's the landscape changed in that 10 years?
It's changed in that there's been more growth around the buildings, which I think that growth should be shifted. But otherwise, I haven't noticed anything other than that. But I do think the growth around the buildings should be moved.
Do you feel it's like a park here, kind of a...
Yes, it is.
A spiritual place in ways that you can sit and think?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. What do you think about these toxic areas that are still remaining? Should they be removed? Should they just be left as they are?
I think they could quite easily be left. I don't see a problem with it,
And does it make you nervous, those areas?
No, not at all. No.
Okay. In many years from now, when we're both in the ground, what do you hope will become of this place? What do you see maybe in 50 years' time?
Well, I hope that it'll be kept as a historical site, so that the younger generations can see what went on in this area during the war. I think that's important.
And what do you think they can take from this place? When they visit here, what will be their lasting memory, do you think, of this place? Or what kind of lessons in life should they learn about this place?
Well, I don't think the younger generation are too aware of the gas warfare. I don't think they're aware of it, really. And I think once they've been round this area and it's explained to them, they'll understand better about the use of gas during war.
And just a final question then, I'll throw it back to you. Is there anything you'd like to say about this place?
Well, I enjoy it. I enjoy walking around the place, and it takes my memory back, because of course I grew up during the war. I was born in 31, so the things are still quite fresh in my mind. And of course during the war we all carried gas masks, because the threat of gas was always there. So I think that's the main thing, you know. When you're walking around, the memories come back.
And going back to the wartime when you were a young boy, do you remember this place, the amount of people?
Yes, I remember people working here, but they never discussed it. It was top secret, of course. So what went on here, we knew it was a mustard gas factory, but we didn't know exactly what went on. No idea at all.
And were there any of the workers billeted in your village?
Yes, there was. Oh yeah, there's quite a number. And my stepfather was a bus driver. He used to bring people to this site, and he would never discuss anything he'd overheard. Top secret.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Lovely.